Hello, Taurus rising. This is Mandy Rave Ecstatic Astrology for your new moon and Pisces forecast. I'm just going to jump right into it. And I have a new way of doing this right now. We're going to go with shoop, shoop, share. Look at this. This is what the new moon looks like for you. The new moon is in your 11th house, okay? So Taurus rising is your first house. That's yourself. And this is how to use this little chart. I'm going to post this on my Instagram or something so that you guys can have it because I made it. So what we have here is the new moon in your 11th house. And if you look over here, that is your goals, networking, leadership, future, innovation, friends. So with Pisces on that area, you use your intuition on that area, right? And that's also where if you have confusion or disillusionment, maybe that's where that happens for you. It's also where you feel more spiritually aligned, probably in large groups or when you're networking. It's where you may have good luck, where things feel magical, right? The new moon is encouraging you to plant a seed of faith there, okay? But also spiritual alignment. So that's how you chart your path through the clouds, is to make sure you're spiritually aligned in the area of large groups of people, friend groups, goals, networking, the future. Okay. So your goals are very important for this new moon cycle. And if you've been dreaming of something, well, keep doing it. The square to Jupiter is important because Jupiter is what you need to also think about, right? And it's kind of antithetical to the 11th house. It's the second house. Jupiter is in Gemini here. Okay. That is your resources, your personal skills, security, money, self-worth. Jupiter is expanding your thought processes on that. All right. You can't quit thinking about money, about your values, whatever that may be. Sometimes that's time for people, or maybe improving your skills so that you can make more money. And that's exactly what you need to consider when you're making these goals. Okay. Now, something else to consider is that Venus and Mercury will go retrograde. Venus on March 1st, Mercury on March 15th. And that's going to happen in Aries here, the 12th house. That's isolation, retreat, unconscious dreams, mysticism. You're going to have to reevaluate something. So, for instance, if you have isolated yourself, because we just had eclipses in this area that for the last 18 months, which encouraged you to get into your spirituality, into maybe some isolation, into alignment, into intuition, uh, in a very active way because it's Aries. Well, now Venus and Mercury going retrograde is like, maybe we need to be more active. Maybe we need to connect more. Maybe we need to reevaluate this. Okay. But it's not encouraging you to throw away the Pisces stuff, right? You don't throw away, or the 12th house stuff, the unconscious. You don't throw away the dreams, the mysticism. It's just maybe that is going to have to take a turn, and you're going to have to focus more on the goals, so instead of resting, it's more on active goal making. Okay. Pisces is a resting sign though. And this is what makes this so weird, is that Pisces on the 11th house encourages you to rest in the goals. How do you do that, right? And be active in the unconscious. So it's such a weird dichotomy where you're trusting that you're going to make the right goals. You just have to be active in it. The place you need to be active is the spiritual part of yourself, but not just there, because Mars is recently direct, and that is in Cancer. That's your third house, okay? Learning, siblings, thinking, writing, short trips, communications, neighbors. Mars is how you do, and you had a redo of this area. Now, the third house is really kind of like day to day stuff, right? It's how you communicate. Redoing that. Maybe you need to redo that because your emotions were not being verbalized the way you needed them to be, right? So now that we have done reevaluated, we are done reevaluating that, or redoing this area, like maybe learning to speak your truth, right? We go back here to Venus retrograde in Aries and we go, okay, so now I can go back to resting in what I know my values are, maybe looking more at our goals, at networking. I know how to be in groups now. Okay. It's not that you are not someone who can navigate a group, but there was something about the Mars retrograde that had you rethinking how to speak to people, how to communicate, how to do things daily. Maybe it was habits, you know? Now you can maybe let go a little bit and trust that your goals and your friend groups, you're able to speak the way you should. You're able to assert yourself the way you should. And Venus retrograde is like, okay, you've done some work here. Now let's dream. Now let's dream. But not without paying attention to our money. I think that's about it for now. I would definitely think that the Venus and Mercury retrograde are going to highlight that you understand something deep within, and it just needs to translate itself to your goals and to your money. And make sure you keep speaking the way you feel. All right. Thanks, Taurus rising. Hope this helps. Catch you on the flip side. I'm Mandy Rave, Ecstatic Astrology.